Hello, a very good evening to everyone. Today we will start with our great subject self development and art appreciation. In last period we have already done with the first chapter, that is my identity. Today we will see the second chapter, growing up. So growing up means what? Gradually become an adult. You can say that to develop from being a child to being an adult. In other words, you can say that it is a progress of human being from childhood to adulthood. So at every stage, maybe physically, mentally, or emotionally, you are growing up. When we become gradually an adult, different roles are played by us. You know that in last period we have already studied, we play a different role throughout our life. So our life is divided into different stages. Our life start with infancy, and then we grow to childhood, and then adolescence, after that adulthood, and the last stage of our life is old age. Among the stages, the most important stage of our life is adolescence. Okay, now let us see what is adolescence. So, adolescence, many psychologists once believed that childhood sets our traits. Today, psychologists believe that development is lifelong process. Adolescence is defined as a life between childhood and adulthood. So, the adolescence is a period following the onset of puberty during which a young person develops from a child into an adult. So, you can say that this is a period of rapid changes from childhood into a adulthood. That can be a physical change, mental changes, or emotional changes. It can be anything. So, we see different changes in this period. Adolescence age, the period starts from at the age of 13 to 18 years, that we see a rapid changes in this period, and it includes physical growth, psychological growth, secondary sex characteristics, cognitive development, that is intellectual development, emotional development, and social development. These all are the changes we see in this period. So let us see the characteristic of adolescence. The first characteristic is physical change. So what are the physical changes we see in the period of adolescence? Let us see for the first in girls. What are the physical changes that we see in girls? The first point is voice softening. The voice of the girls becomes softened at the in the period of adolescence. Hips and pelvic widening, breast development, onset of menstrual cycle, and monthly periods. So these all are the physical changes which are observed in girls. Okay, how we will identify whether he or she is onset of the period of adolescence? We cannot say that if she is fat, or if she or he is fat or healthy or tall, so he is into adolescence period. We cannot say that. So there are some basic biological, physical, and emotional characteristics from which we can identify that who is an adolescent. Now let us see the physical changes occurred in boys. So the first point is voice deepening. As you know, when we are in the period of childhood, that time the voice of the boy and girl are mostly same, but when we reach to the adolescence period, the voice of girl becomes soft and the voice of boys is become deepening, that is deepen. The next point is shoulder widening. The shoulders of the boys become wide. Muscles development, so there are some development in the muscles also, and facial hair growth. So these all are the physical changes which are observed in boys. Now changes experienced by both male and female. So the first point is acne. Acne means the pimples which comes on that on faces. This problem is faced by both male and female. Mostly females face this problem after menstruation cycle or in the period of menstruation. So gain in height and weight, suddenly the height and weight increases, increased sweating, we feel more sweating in the period of adolescence. Fourth point is growth of hair in underarm, leg and public area. So these all are the changes which are experienced by both male and females. Now let's see the next changes, that is emotional changes. These changes are very important because how you deal with your emotion, that is the most important thing in your life. So let us see the points under these changes. The first point is feeling overly sensitive. During this period of adolescence, we feel very sensitive about oneself. We feel like very conscious about our physical appearance or our mental appearance, like everything. The second point, feeling conscious about oneself. As I told, we become very conscious about our physical health or physical appearance during this period. The third point, daydreaming in common. So we feel like if I would be looking very good, if I would be very happy. So these all are the daydreaming in common which are experienced by adolescent, which are experienced by peoples during their adolescence period. So physical awkward, sometimes we feel like whether we are looking good or bad. So physically or mentally, sometimes we feel very awkward or in the situation. Okay, the next point is mood swing. Mood swing means what? Suddenly you start feeling very lonely. Suddenly you start feeling very happy. So these all are the mood which swings. So suddenly you start feeling very conscious about yourself. So these all are the mood swings. The next point is peer pressure. Peer pressure means what? The the characters influenced by your friends around yourself. So how the people are going to treat with you, or you suddenly feel like somebody is not paying attention on me. So these all are the peer pressure which you experience in the period of adolescence. So these all are the points, or these all are the changes, emotional changes which we feel in this period. Now let us see the next changes in thinking, that our thinking changes when we reach to adolescence period. Okay, the first point we have intellectual interest expand and gain importance. We starting expressing or enjoying mental activity, we gives more important to mental activities like intellectual games and all. When we are in the stage of childhood, that time we like to play hide and seek or something bad ball and all. But when we reach to that adolescence period, we suddenly develop interest for intellectual games or logical thinking games. The next point we have thinking and decisions are influenced by peers. Most of our decisions in this period are influenced by our peers. Peers means friends. What my friends is going to do, that the same thing I will do. So this type of thinking develops in the period of adolescence. If the friends are very studious, means if they are studying very well, so you will also be very studious. If your friends are very if they are interested in playing cricket and all, the same quality is going to be developed in you. So the next point is daydreaming about future. In this period, mostly develop habit thinking about future, what I will become in the future, how I will develop my skills, whether I have a good future or whether I have a bad future. So in this type of thinking or daydreaming are occurred in the adolescence period about the future. The next point we have start understanding social norms and beliefs. So in this period we start you usually start knowing about your norms, that is rules or responsibility or behavior of your towards social norms can be changed according to the environment, situation and culture in which they are found, and people's behaviors will also change according to norms. Okay, so the social norms and beliefs. Beliefs means what? The thoughts or the thinking what is right and what is not right. That we start to develop all, all type of norms and beliefs in this period. Now next point is eager to know new things. So usually in this period, the adult or the so the next point is daydreaming about future. In this period mostly develop habit thinking about future, what I will become in the future, how I will develop my skills, whether I have a good future or whether I have a bad future. So in this type of thinking or daydreaming are occurred in the adolescence period about the future. The next point we have start understanding social norms and beliefs. So in this period we start you usually start knowing about your norms, that is rules or responsibility or behavior of your towards social. Norms can be changed according to the environment, situation and culture in which they are found, and people's behaviors will also change according to norms. Okay, so the social norms and beliefs means what? The thoughts or the thinking what is right and what is not right, that we start to develop all, all type of norms and beliefs in this period. Okay, the next point is eager to know new things. Many questions arises in our mind in this period when we are very eager to know why, what, how it happens, or something had happened, and we are very curious to know the new things which we face during this period, and most of the people are asking many questions in this period. So and the next point we have prove their own capability, and and in this period this the he or she is very trying to prove his capability, that he can do anything, that you she can score good marks in exam, or she can beat anyone in any sports or in any competition. So this type of challenges are taken by the adolescents, by the people in adolescence period. So we see a drastic changes in thinking of the students, or by the age group between 12 to 18. These all are the changes in thinking which we seen in this period, that is in adolescence period. Hope you understood everything. Kindly, we have completed the half portion of this chapter. The remaining half part I'll take in next period by the next section. So till then, complete all the question answers from your workbook and do the activities. Whatever you will be having a doubt, you can ask in doubt clearing section, and try to read all these points whichever I have explained in this slide. So you can, if you will not able to understand any point, you can ask in doubt clearing section and try to complete all the notes. Those who have not taken workbook, kindly buy the workbook and write all the notes in workbook only. No need to make another separate book for the self development and appreciation. You have to write all the question answers in workbook only. Okay. Thank you.